Well, hello again. Sam McEwen here for Faith, Facts, Fiction, and Fun. I want to talk to you today about daily routine. We all have a daily routine, and how we go about doing things every day determines how we go about doing things every day. I know that sounds a little redundant and probably a little silly to some of you, but here's the point. If you don't change up the way you do things every day, you will always get the same results that you normally get every day. So I would encourage you to take a look at your daily routine. If you're interested, email me at sam@aliveandatpeace.com and I will send you a 15-minute tracker. Now, the purpose of that tracker is for you to become aware of what it is you do during the day and how effective you're being, how far you are actually going with things, and whether or not you're getting stuff accomplished. Now, the purpose behind that is to then sit back and look at where was I effective, where was I not effective, where was I wasting time, could I have been more productive, could I have got more things done, would I have been at my very best during the day. Now, you will always hear me say that you can give 100%. You cannot give 110%. You cannot give 150%. It drives me crazy when people say, oh, I gave 110% today. No, you gave 100% of what you had to give today. Now, that 100% may be different tomorrow, and that's okay. And that's what we have to come to grips with. We have to understand that not every day is the same. You wake up and you didn't get a good night's sleep, you have stress on your mind, you have things on your mind, you got financial issues, you got personal issues, you got all this stuff going on, but you still gave everything you had. It wasn't 80%, unless you decided not to give 100%, okay? But if you give 100% to what you have going on all the time, that is the goal. Forget about 110. Forget about 150. Don't reach out to me and say, Sam, I give 110% every day and I'm just not getting anywhere. No, you're not giving 110% because you can't physically do that. So, anyway, I used to think that. Okay, so you're not alone, okay? And sales managers out there, general managers, anybody who is a manager and not a leader will say, we got to do 110% today. We got to do boom. Now you may need to make 100% of your 110% of your target for the day if you're in sales, or if you own a business and you want to do X amount of dollars, and that's, it's over your goal. You want to do 110% there, or 150%, or whatever. That's different. That's not your effort. That's not what you're putting into it. Okay? You give 100%, and if you reach that 110% target on sales, different story. You have to be able to separate these things. Now, if you've listened to me for any length of time, you know that I believe there are 5 F words that are just extremely important in our lives. And so I'm going to go through today what my daily routine looks like when it comes to centering around those 5 words. Okay? So I begin my day usually around 5 o'clock in the morning, anywhere between 3 and 5, depending on how well I slept. And that determines the amount of effort that I have to give during the day. And I'll tell you, there are times when I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning and nothing I do will put me back to sleep, okay? And so I also understand that at that point in time that I usually enter into a peace area, a time of relaxation and reflection and prayer. Prayer is very, very important to me, especially at those times when I am awake and I should be sleeping. I also find that if I do take the time to pray and ask God to show me why I'm awake, who I'm supposed to be praying for, that once I've gotten to a point of praying the way I'm supposed to, I usually go back to sleep. Sometimes I only get 10 more minutes, but that's life, So I would encourage you to take that time if you wake up then and do what you need to do. Pray, relax, get a cup of tea. Don't drink coffee that early. and do what is on your heart to do. Trust me, if you listen to that still small voice prompting you to pray for your boss, pray for your spouse, pray for your children, whatever, just do it. Just do it. Okay? So, like I said, excuse me, I start around 5 o'clock in the morning. That is my quiet time. Nobody else in the house is up. I pray. I do my daily devotions. I meditate. I relax. Okay? You see this picture behind me, if you're watching the video, that's my happy place. That is Honeymoon Island. That is, I believe, one of the very first sunsets that we experienced here in Florida. And we filmed it, took pictures of it. Just beautiful. Well, honestly, I have used that scene over the course of my time here in Florida when the stress gets bad. When I go in for an exam or a doctor's exam, or when I renewed my CDL, your blood pressure has to be within a range, okay? And I do struggle with blood pressure from time to time. I take my meds. I do what I'm supposed to do. But going to the doctors is stressful. So they put the blood pressure cup on. I close my eyes. I breathe. And I picture that scene. I can hear the Gulf. I can hear the waves, the gentleness of it, the light breeze. I can smell the salt air. And I guarantee you it lowers my blood pressure. And so find that happy place. Find the things that bring that joy to you. And during the midst of a stressful day, go there. Go there. Okay? Just go there. Excuse me, I am battling some health issues. But I craft my day around those 5 F words. Okay? So every day, there will be something involved in my day, something that is a faith element. Okay, my morning routine, my Bible study, my prayer time, my meditation time, that is an active part of my faith. Okay, I don't know what yours is, but we are all spiritual beings, and you have to take the time to bring it down a notch and commune with God. Okay, you just have to. Okay. Now, during the day, I pray several times. I have several meetings that are scheduled every once in a while. But when I schedule out my day and I write my day out, I put everything that I have to do in one of the 5 categories. One of the 5 F words. Is it a spiritual? Is it a family? Is it a freedom flow of time and money? So freedom. Is it fitness? Yeah, fitness has to be there every day. And is it about my future? Okay. And so when you look at my calendar, you look at what some people say is a to-do list, which it's not. I list out what's important first. So if I have appointments, which I do today, those go on the daily chart first. Now I work between my schedule and my calendar and things like that, but I write it out. I don't type it in the computer. My calendar's kept on my phone, okay? So, but I have found, my experience, if I write the day out, go to my calendar, pull everything out, write it all out, I have a better idea of how the day is going to go. And you say, well, why? I mean, you have it right there. Yeah. But it's reinforced when you write it and then when you read it. And then you keep your notebook with you. You keep whatever you're writing out, you keep it with you. I carry it with me all the time, okay? That is a gift from Doris Mueller at Edward Jones, by the way, who is my personal financial advisor. But I would encourage you to keep a written record. Here's the thing. When you journal, which is another part of my day, you can go back to your daily recap and say, oh, I may have been able to do this a little bit different. That appointment ran a little bit late, so maybe when I talk to them again, I schedule a little bit more time. I didn't get to do this fun thing I wanted to do because I went over in this area. You know that I don't believe in work-life balance. I think it's a myth. I think people who preach work-life balance are just lying to you. I believe that it is a work-life harmony, and it all works in harmony. It all flows together, just like the sea flows in and flows out, and the tide comes and goes. And I believe in harmony more than balance. Okay, and I'll get into that in another podcast. But my day starts by writing out what it is I have on the calendar and what I'm going to attempt to accomplish today. And so once I write that out, now I have a plan. Okay. I also look at what did I plan for the week for today. So I have a set of targets and a set of accomplishments that I would like to accomplish during the week, and I list them out. And I look at my daily routine as opposed to my weekly targets, and what am I taking off of my weekly targets and putting into today's daily routine. So one of the things that I'm doing is I'm working on some courses for a degree in theology, and one of the things I'll do is I'll put a course that I want to work on in my weekly plan. Now, I've done that, and then at the end of the week I go back and I look at, I never wrote it down in my daily plan. So if I don't write it down in the daily plan, it's probably not going to get done because it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So you say, well, Sam, you have all this stuff written down, you have all this all over the place. Isn't it easier to do on the computer or whatever? Well, it is for some people. And I know some people who, without the technology, they're lost. They're done. But I found the hand-eye coordination that it takes to write things down, it becomes personal. And my day is personal. My week is personal. My month is personal. What I have to accomplish today is personal. And I have to be able to look at it at the end of the day and say, yes, you did well. Okay, you need to catch up on these things. And at the end of the day, beginning of the next day, you say, I didn't get this done, so I need to move it until today. Okay, that's where the harmony comes in. That's where the harmony flows. Okay, so what happens if you go through your daily list and you don't have one of the 5 F words in there? Well, maybe today was a makeup day for your fitness. Maybe it's not a gym day. Maybe it's not a 10,000 step day. Maybe it's not whatever you do on a regular basis to take care of your health, to take care of your fitness. For me, I have a couple days a month where the fitness, the health, is actually sitting in a doctor's office for whatever reason, especially with the cancer and with the other things that are going on. That takes up some time. Now, I try to consolidate them, especially I try to put them into the course of 1 week so that it's like, okay, I go here and I go here and I go here and I go here. Excuse me. I get that all done. And now I am back on track for everything else. Okay. So really, your daily purpose and practice follows your weekly, your monthly, your annual purpose and practice. So through the 5 areas of your life, what does your faith practice look like today? Okay. What does your faith practice look like today? What is on your list to get accomplished? Okay. What's your family practice look like today? What's your family purpose look like today? Are you out of touch with your family? Are you out of touch with reality when it comes to your family? So what is that? Where are you going with it? Okay. Your primary love relationship is your family. Okay. So if it's you and a significant other, a spouse, whatever, what are you doing? What are you doing to grow that relationship? Because if you don't grow and water that relationship, it will die. It will wither and die. Okay? So then you're the freedom aspect of it, and to me, that's the flow of time and money. What are you doing? What are you doing to generate the income? How many streams of income do you have? Are you doing what needs to be done to generate the income that you need to survive, that you need to grow? The world needs you rich, okay? The world needs you rich, because if you listen to me for any length of time, you will know that. And you will know that when you're wealthy, you can give a lot more, you can do a lot more things. You can do a lot more things from a position of wealth than you can from a position of poverty, okay? So, with the freedom flow of money comes a freedom flow of time. Now, you say, well, the more hours I put in, the more money I make, and so I have to. Well, now you're out of harmony, okay? When you get to that point where your income is such and you've put money away, you have your retirement and stuff like that, now you need to look at, what are you going to do with your time? What are you going to do with your time? You know, that person that you've idolized all your life calls you up and says, hey, what are you doing on Tuesday? I'm going to be in town. Let's go. And you say, oh, I have 5 appointments. I can't do this. I can't. Well, okay, you just missed out. But if you are in harmony in your life and you have planned for it, not necessarily planned for that last minute call, but you know that I can adjust these appointments, I can do this, and I am willing to make the time for this person, you have a freedom flow of time and money. Your fitness, your health, your wellness, you can pay to be well now, or you can pay for your sickness later. And trust me, you want to pay to be well now. Trust me, I'm paying for my sickness, okay? And it's expensive. Could I have done some things differently as far as especially the cancer? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm here because this is the place that God would have me right now. Right now. And it's not relevant, but I am having to pay. There are some other things. The sinuses, may I have been able to do something differently? I don't know. But there are some things. I still need to lose close to 20 pounds. I should have taken care of that a lot longer, a longer time ago, because right now it's harder to get done. Okay? So, pay me now, pay me later. That used to be I think it was an automotive advertisement. I don't remember. But the most common excuses for our lack of concern over our health and fitness are these. I don't have time to cook healthy meals, to exercise regularly, to get enough sleep. You don't have time to get enough sleep? Truly, they're all bogus excuses. Eating healthy just is a mindset. It's a conscious thing. Get in an accountability group. I joined an accountability group with a bunch of folks from church, okay? So if you are involved with the church, find somebody in your church who needs to lose weight or wants to get in better shape or whatever. I want to get in better shape for a couple of reasons. Number one, I want to be around for my family. Number two, I want to be able to minister and do the things that God has ordained for me to do for as long as is humanly possible. And, if I die in the pulpit, or if I die doing a podcast, doing what God has ordained me to do, okay, fine. I'm okay with that. But I'm not going to lie around a hospital bed because I didn't take care of myself, okay? So, get physically fit. If you get run down, you need to get your sleep. You need to get some R&R. You need to relax. Take care of yourself physically. Personal growth and development, which is your future. Ignore it, and you're just bound to repeat your past. And if you think you're not making enough money right now, if you think you're not doing the things that God wants you to do, step outside your comfort zone. Give me a call. Step outside your comfort zone. Get a coach. Hire somebody to help push you in your personal growth and development. Nobody at your work is going to do anything to help you grow personally. They will help you grow to move into a position that they want you in, but they're not going to help you with your personal development. That's entirely up to you, and you need to take responsibility for it. So, faith, family, fitness, future, and freedom, your 5 F words. This has been fun for me to do today. I believe that I've given you some good facts around what you can do You need to put a little fun in your life. And you need to be able to laugh a little bit at yourself. And that's where the fiction comes in. I would definitely, definitely make a move to have a better future by taking care of these 5 areas of your life. Thank you for listening today. This has been Sam McEwen. Live intentionally. Be very blessed, my friends.